What's going on, beautiful people? Angel here again, proud member of the Ivy Organic family, where all of our products are innovative, effective, organic, and 100% USA made. In the first part of this series, I showed you guys my 5 favorite tips on how to grow the perfect tomato. In the second part, we learned how eggshells can benefit not just your tomatoes, but all plant life, as they have a key element, calcium, that help build the cell walls in all plants. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to show you guys how to make a traditional Mexican salsa in a molcajete using some homegrown tomatoes. To grow the best tomatoes, best fruit, best vegetables, plants, anything possible, you need to be using Ivy Organic's all-purpose fertilizer. Unlike most fertilizer, Ivy Organic all-purpose fertilizer has the 6 macronutrients that all plants need for a long and fruitful life, being nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, sulfur, and calcium. That said, the purpose of this video is to teach you guys how to make a traditional Mexican salsa in a molcajete. And the ingredients are 4 tomatoes, 6 to 8 chile serranos, 2 cloves of garlic, and 1 tablespoon of salt. And of course, your molcajete. What we have here are the early girl tomatoes from our garden. My preference is usually the Roma tomatoes for this salsa, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to be using these early girls. Step 1 is always absolutely wash your produce.
Angel, thank you so very much for this awesome culture that you brought to the Ivy Organics YouTube channel. Again, just 4 simple ingredients: garlic, tomatoes, peppers, and just about a half a teaspoon of salt total. We used a little bit of salt at the beginning to help with the grinding of the garlic, and then we've added the additional salt for the flavor to the overall salsa. Let's give it a shot.
Go ahead, Charles. I'm excited to see what you think.
Same time, let's do it.
Awesome.
Here we go. Get some peppers on there.
All right. Get a nice chip. Cheers,
Cheers.
Charles.
That's awesome. It is definitely a spicy salsa, but again, such an awesome idea. I've never made warm, hot salsa. And again, I'm sure it tastes just as good refrigerated and cool.
Yeah.
But just the fact you cooked it in order to make it, I just got to be a little careful with how much I take, because I know one of the things when it comes to the spice of a pepper, it's usually in the seeds or in the stems within the the veins of the pepper.
That's all up in there.
And yeah, so I mean, it's definitely a punch in the mouth.
Yeah.
But the flavor, A+. Thanks again so very much for sharing.
Thank you for having me, Charles, of course.
For those of you in the Los Angeles area, I encourage all of you guys to check out the Instagram handle below, where you can follow Angel in his comedic adventures throughout Los Angeles and actually nationwide. So he will be coming to a venue nearest you. Be sure to meet him in person, not just here on the Ivy Organics platform. And also, again, for those of you that have not yet already subscribed, be sure to subscribe and hit the push bell notification to stay informed with all of our educational lessons we bring to you here on the Ivy Organics YouTube channel. Thanks again for making us America's leading garden product YouTube channel. And as always, keep growing with Ivy Organics, and wishing you all
Happy gardening.
happy gardening. So this here is the 3-week update on Angel's planted tomatoes. Coming a little closer and just check out all of these blooms, sets, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Clusters of flowers that'll quickly result in fruit set. Check out our tomatoes in 3 short weeks. By the 4th week, and every month, again, just because this is in a container, we're going to continue applying, as Angel explained, the Ivy Organics all-purpose fertilizers that give your plants all 6 macronutrients. Contains primary nutrients, NPK for your nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, as well as calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. The secondary nutrients are important as well. Calcium, the cell walls of all the plants. Magnesium, the heart of the chlorophyll molecule. Sulfur is important for greening and metabolic processes, in addition to those NPKs that most of you guys are familiar with. So we're going to continue feeding this every 30 days throughout the entire growing season. We're going to begin harvesting tomatoes as early as next month. If you're going to grow your tomatoes in a bush pattern, it's important that you set that tomato cage early on, but I like growing my tomatoes in a single, double, or triple vine fashion, such as the other one Angel planted. Check this out. Again, 3 short weeks. Look at how much plant we've got. Tons of flowers, more flowers, and the beginning of the fruit set. When you're growing it in a single, as this is going to be, or a double vine, maybe you're going to keep some, but what we're going to do is remove all of the sucker growth, like so, and this one down here, so it does not create that bush pattern. And this here is a sucker growth. Even though these both look like 2 apical dominant leaders, you can tell that the primary leader is this one over here with the flower, soon to be fruit set, compared to this one over here, which is predominantly vegetative. And instead of pinching it off, we're gonna simply prune it off like so. And again, there's some more suckers to remove up here. And now what we're gonna do is begin training it as we've done once before. It's beginning to lean over. Time for some more support. Notice that we add the tie to the supporting stake, and we don't tie a knot against the branch that we're trying to support. And now we simply grab the branch we're trying to secure. Again, I found another sucker growth over here that's coming out, and now we're securing it in place like so. And you can see it's a nice loose tie. We're not constricting the flow of the nutrients and waters up and down the stem, and we can secure a knot, but we're not tying a knot again against the stem. The stem can continue growing and widening without any constriction. There we go.